Hi, this is Phil Potempa, and welcome to another edition of Notoriety. Each week, we bring everything that you want to make sure that you mark on that calendar, what is not to be missed, all the events, activities, entertainment happening in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, and beyond. Of course, this is also what I call the broadcast equivalent of all the feature stories and print news that you'll find in my columns and feature spreads that are published in the flagship Post-Tribune, our niche Chicago Tribune Media. Everything, of course, captured at chicagotribune.com. Some of you are tuned into our traditional radio dial at 12:30 a.m. as we come to you from our original Hammond studios here, the Strachan Van Til studios. Others have the added advantage of streaming us, so you can have the video component as well to see everything that's happening in our studio. And you're finding us through social media or through Facebook or through YouTube or some other means. We're just glad you're along for the conversation. We couldn't be here without our generous underwriters, the folks at People's Bank, Andy and Sue Arnold, who are such a wonderful arts advocate. And over these past 9 seasons, the folks at Legacy Foundation, Indiana Arts Commission, all of those folks that help produce and make sure that we can stay here, keeping you informed. And if you're seeing us through the magic of our cameras, you can see I'm joined by a co-host again, Luke Miiller, and also Tony Panek.
How's it going, everybody?
And I believe a first-time guest to this show.
That's right.
Jill Garcia. She's Director of Education for our friends at South Shore Arts. We share that same landscape that is the oasis of arts and culture, the Center for Visual and Performing Arts in Munster, 1040 Ridge Road. And Jill has brought with so many great ideas. If you're right in the midst of what you're thinking is summer plans or what should happen, we're going to earmark that this broadcast is happening right before the holiday weekend of 4th of July. We are June 30th, Tuesday, so just in case it's a rebroadcast, you can plan accordingly with some of the dates and events that we are planning here. Jill has got a full plate because she balances all the exciting things that are happening in the galleries and below that is South Shore Arts for all the educational components and programmings as well as other special events as well. So we welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
You've been in your position for how long now, Jill?
Just over a year. Upstairs is the Director of Education, and then I've been downstairs doing coordinator and every kid for about 3 years.
3 years. So you've got a pretty long history, Liz. 3 years there at the Center for Visual and Performing Arts. You've worked with a lot of instructors and seen so many students come and go. We on the theater side say the same thing that probably you once in a while hear. So many folks, even though that building, the Performing Arts Center, has been there since 1989, a lot of folks still will drive past, and we always have new folks moving into the community,
right.
And they'll say, well, I saw it. It's kind of a nondescript building. It's a beautiful building, and I didn't know, fill in the blank, right?
Yes, we hear that all the time. I had no idea there was an art center. I didn't know that these things were here. And we're like, come in, we'll give you a tour. There's a lot in the building under one umbrella, but there's a lot of different separate components in that.
You know, and even if you're a frequent patron and you're on that upper level, which is the main level where there are boxes at, the ballroom, the dining, you've been there for wedding and events. Yes, you know about our wonderful South Shore Arts gift shop. You know about the great art exhibits that might be in the atrium and might be into the main Bachman Gallery, and of course our theater component. But maybe you don't make your way downstairs where there is another whole anthill of activity happening down your hallway corridor, right? With kilns and studios.
Yes, we've got 3 studios downstairs. We have we call it our preschool studio, but it's also known as Studio C, and that's where we do a lot of overflow. So when our mixed media studio is at capacity or we have special events, we just need extra space, we'll put people in Studio C. We do Studio B, that's a huge mixed media studio where we do figure drawing and we do paint pour and collaging, a number of different activities in that room. We'll do camps in that room, we'll do parties in that room, and then we also have our Studio A, which is our ceramic studio, and that room is moving all the time. We have so many participants that come in and do pottery. We've got wheels that people can throw on. We've got hand building over there. So there's a lot of activity downstairs. So if you're ever in or around 1040, then come on by and go downstairs and take a look to see all the great things that we offer.
They're always having fun, that ceramic room, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Always hopping.
We're going to let Tony and Luke hop in here first, let you do the quick commercial that is, all right, your homework is go to this website, call this phone number.
That's right.
I'll let you do that.
So Call us at 219-232-8050, or you can call 219-836-1839. My extension directly is 107 should you need to register for classes. You can also go to www.southshoreartsonline.org.
Hey, and before these guys hop in, one thing, if anyone is listening to this and saying, but wait, we're already under July, I must have missed all the sign up. There's no more summer camps for kids. I can't get in any more drawing classes. I'll have to wait to the fall. Yeah,
that is absolutely not the case. We are always offering new classes. And two, I always encourage people to sign up even if they go onto the wait list. When we see people on a wait list for a class that's already started, that's my cue to, okay, how can we get people in? So we'll try to do our best to add another class. But we have so many classes that we're starting this week, actually July 6th. We do summer camps for 1 week at a time. So there's plenty of time. We've got a lot of things coming up.
Well, I know we're going to get to some of the camps there, but, first and foremost, we're just days away from the 250th anniversary of America. Hard to believe. Again, time does fly. But I'm looking at the list here. The Munster 4th of July Parade is one of the probably the best parades here in the region. It goes right past the CVPA. Are you guys going to have a hand in that?
We are. We're going to be doing, my family and I, along with some volunteers, we're going to be doing the parade. We're going to pass out flyers, possibly some other fun little freebies, something cool, hopefully, for everybody to just enjoy. It's going to be a hot day on the 4th, but we're going to be out there passing information out just on our classes and all of our upcoming activities.
That goes right down Ridge Road, again, past the CVPA. So
right in front of us.
Come on by.
Yes.
What time does that start? I forget. Is that
the parade starts at 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock parade.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of folks, I think they like that stretch that's right by Town Hall. That's where the grand reviewing stand will be, microphone. We'll have to make sure we tip off the parade announcer, who happens to be myself, to make sure we give an extra shout out when we see you parading past there.
That's right.
But yeah, there is lots of shade right along there, so that is a good place to scope out right by the Center for Visual and Performing Arts.
Going along with the 250th anniversary of America, Jill, you also have, as we were talking about, the exhibit in the art gallery as well, and that's My America. Do you have more details about that?
My America, it's an incredible exhibit. Brandon's done a great job getting it up and displayed. That is something that you can come through and see at any time. Going into the gallery, there's no charge for that, and there's a lot of beautiful pieces in that. He's also hanging things in the atrium as well, but My America ties in so nicely to the 250th that we are just days away from.
Yep, exactly. And that exhibit is running all the way through August 15th. You have the opportunity to go in and see that.
Lots of nice art in there. I mean, it's really something.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And varied. It's all kinds of different mediums. So don't think, it's going to be just all oil canvas. There's a little bit of everything in that huge exhibit.
Yes, there's painting, there's drawing, there's fabric. I mean, there's a lot to see when you go in, and it's such a nice thing to go in and see, especially right now, because we are in the height of the holiday. We're doing 4th of July. It's just a great tie-in to all of that. So if you want to really extend your holiday weekend and see some art, go in someplace where it's nice and cool and get to look around, I would suggest absolutely stopping by.
And again, if this is a rebroadcast that you might be hearing, or you're streaming it, you found it on social media, we're capturing this interview with Jill Garcia, Director of Education for South Shore Arts, on this Tuesday, that is June the 30th. So we're about to wrap up our month here, and a new month is just right around the corner. This is the part of the show, Jill, that we say, this is your blank canvas. So now we let you take the wheel, cover any highlights that you want, and we're going to jump in with questions along the way.
Of course. Absolutely. I love to do that. So we are going to be doing the 4th of July parade this Saturday. We're going to be walking down Ridge Road. We'll be in a black truck, passing some sweet treats out, something to stay nice and cool, along with some flyers, highlighting all of our upcoming classes.
Great.
We also have our summer camps. We've got some classes starting this week. We've got a pottery throwdown for kids ages 9 to 13. We've got an abstract art class for kids ages 8 to 12 rather. And these classes go for 1 solid week. So it's just a sampling to come in and really get your hands dirty and try some different things, work with some instructors, possibly meet some new friends along the way. We have Hands on Clay that will be starting the week of July 13th. We have a kids comic book adventure that will be starting that week. And then we also have Performing Mask by Kendra Thomas, and we'll be able to do some really fun things with that. Our instructor, Neva Hutchison, is heading that up. That's for kids ages 9 to 14, and we're super excited about that one.
A fast question here, in case it says this broadcast goes out everywhere and it's streamed. Somebody who's just right over the state line in Linwood, Illinois, listening, or somebody the opposite way to the east in Portage or in Chester, and that say, oh, I wish we could, but that's only for Lake County people, all those classes.
Absolutely not the case. Anybody can come. We've got people coming from all over Northwest Indiana. And it's so nice to talk to our folks that come in for classes and find out where are they coming from, and the fact that they love us and they want to come and take classes with us. I'm always thrilled to know that people are local. Of course, we want to serve our local community, but we're always eager to find and meet friends and build relationships with people that are even further out.
I want to take it back to the pottery throwdown. That sounds like something they don't want to hear in there. Don't throw down your pottery. What the pottery throwdown? What is that? Is that like a little contest going on there?
Pottery throwdown. I mean, who doesn't love to get their hands dirty and throw some clay? I mean, that's really what it goes back to. With this class, it's going to be a little bit of a hand building, exploratory, as well as wheel throwing. On the wheel, it takes a lot of time. There's a lot to be learned in that. You're controlling a wheel. You're keeping your clay on a moving wheel. You're keeping it centered. You're controlling a foot pedal. There's a lot of components. That's a class that we usually run for 9 weeks, although with this pottery throwdown, we're going to do a little dive into wheel throwing, and then we're going to be doing hand building as well. So it's really getting your hands dirty, which is perfect.
My friend Brett Butler, a Hammond resident, he makes pottery. Some of his pieces were for sale at the CVPA, but I did that once. I took my hands to that wheel. You know, it's a skill.
Yes.
Mine was flopping all over the place, but if I tried to master it, I'm sure I would do good. But it's kind of fun to, like you said, get your hands in there and make something beautiful.
It is, and a lot of people take the wheel throwing class thinking, "Oh my gosh, it looks so easy," and it does. But it is a skill, and a lot of people spend a lot of time working it to perfect it.
Yeah.
Adriana, I'm going to ask a question to our producer. Hearing all these different things, would this be something you would say, oh, you know what, I might do one of these. You're super busy, but I would maybe do a night class, or maybe I couldn't maybe do 9 weeks, so I would do a quick 4-week. Did any of that sound interesting for you?
Well, the super fun ones of the different pottery classes and all that sounds so fun, but I'm just like, man, I think I'm not in the age range for it. But it sounds so cool, and as a kid, I think this would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Especially to kind of get those creative juices flowing for children, because with summertime, yes, kids want to be outside, and then there are some kids that do just want to stay inside, and sometimes the tablets aren't doing the best for them. So it's something to kind of get them creative, kind of spark that creativity, and maybe that is something that they want to pursue later on.
Is that true? The traffic that comes through there, oh, it's just all young. It's all young folks. Or no, it spans from to the evening hours. You'll see folks coming in with their bins that are older. What's the age range of who participates in these classes?
Everybody participates in these classes. We have right now, currently, with summer, we really highlight school-age kids. So for ages 7 up through, oh my goodness, we would take seniors plus. We would do, if you can come in at 90 and want to do a class, we'll absolutely take you and guide you through it. So it's really just building community and bringing everybody in. There's been so many people that have taken art, and maybe they took it early on in their life, and they've had to shelve it for several seasons just because life happens and they haven't been able to go back to it. And those are some of my favorite stories, and talking to some of our attendees is just that they're able to come back in and pick it up and create, and they're in community working with other people. And when we're working together, we've got some younger people maybe in classes and some older people, but everybody learns from one another. It's a great dynamic. So we love everybody of all ages coming in.
I usually give Adriana fresh flowers as a thank you. Is there such a thing as a gift certificate? If I ever wanted to give her something like that, and she can pick and choose, does it expire? Are gift certificates a thing?
We do have gift certificates. You can buy those on our website, again, www.southshoreartsonline.org, and you can buy them in different increments. So if you would like to put X amount of money on a gift card and give it as a gift, you certainly can do that.
Excellent.
And then the gift cards last for a year, and then you can use those for classes specifically.
Good. It's kind of a gift that gives back.
Yeah. Well, that all sounds fantastic. And taking it to July 17th, Phil, this might be something you're into. Farm and Forge. What's that all about?
Farm and Forge is a Hammond farmers market, and we are a part of that. We're South Shore Arts is there every third Thursday, although Farm and Forge goes every Thursday, and it goes from 3:30 until 7. It's a great place to go. You can buy, oh my goodness, they sell every bakery item under the sun, I feel like. You can get fresh fruits. You can get some fun veggies. They've had plants there. You can pop by our tent or table where we're doing a different activity every third Thursday. We celebrated Juneteenth, which was a fun one. We're going to be doing some different kids' activities, but it's not just for kids. Adults can come by and do some fun things as well.
And where's that at?
It's downtown on Hammond, just on the backside of Fayette Street.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right downtown Hammond. Before you cross over the bridge.
By Paul Henry's art
Yes,
gallery?
exactly, right across
Okay.
from Paul.
That's an artsy area.
It
we
is.
have Toll Theater. We have Paul
Yeah,
Henry.
yeah.
A lot of times,
Eat is right
Eat
there.
restaurants.
Yes.
They do fun activities and events to keep people in and out of there. So that is a bit of a hub right there. That we love that space.
And there's a new coffee shop downtown too, which is
Oh,
really fun. So it's called the
really?
Brew Box, and that's a great place to go grab a cup, come over, and she's over at the Farm and Forge as well. So there's really something for everybody at the Farm and Forge.
And if you see down the street a little further, tape measures and cones, maybe they're measuring for a new stadium or something. Who knows, right?
Maybe.
You never know. I see a couple other important dates here. We're not even through July yet here, are we?
No, we're not. So July 20th, we have a week camp, and that's called Animals, Landscape, and Perspective Drawing for ages 9 to 14. And then on July 22nd, we're starting with an online watercolor foundation class. We not only do classes in person, but we also are doing them online, which is a great way to stay connected, whether you don't want to come out because it's 90 degrees outside or you just need to stay in for whatever reason. We offer something for those people as well. I'm hoping as we move into our fall, we'll be able to offer more online classes, but that's definitely something that we have going. And then on July 26th, we have our Family Art Festival, which will be a really special festival. We've got a lot of participants local that will be coming and participating. We're going to be having Rockapelli come. We'll do a musical
nice.
petting zoo where kids can try some different instruments and just have their hands on them and learn a little bit. We've got Munster Dance Gallery coming to do a performance. We're going to have some food trucks there. We're giving popcorn away that AMC Theaters has so kindly donated to us. We've got an Italian ice truck coming. We've also got Just for Fun Strummers. That is a ukulele group that we have at the center. We teach ukulele classes, but the Just for Fun Strummers is a group of, they're on their own and they're coming in to do some
I love
performances.
them. They performed, I think, at some of the ladies' luncheons for Juanis, I believe, maybe Christmas tree lunch a few years ago. They're fun. They're
They are
a lot
fun.
of fun.
You mentioned
Hey,
the
speaking
AMC buckets. Maybe South Shore Arts. You know how they have their own. Every movie gets a bucket now.
Yes.
South Shore Arts should get a bucket.
I
You know.
think
Could be the
too.
bowler hat. Bowler hat
Yeah,
bucket.
the bowler
The
hat.
bowler
We'll
hat.
have to
Oh,
talk to
yeah,
AMC about that and see if we
Yeah.
can get some kind of
And
partner.
I've heard of this Family Arts Fest because Tony Panek is connected and he's done interviews before with the big man in red. It's going to feel like Christmas in July with photo ops with who, Tony? The man in red.
Santa.
That's right,
Yeah.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
Just making
He's
sure.
got some connections, and along with maybe that troublemaking Jack Frost as well.
Oh, fantastic.
And a little nod to the children's production that'll run coming up in December. So you may think, gosh, December. No, we're July already. It's going to be here before you know it. And nice to think cool thoughts and some Christmas and some Santa and some snowflakes. So another photo op as well.
And where's that all taking place again? We should say.
It's going to be at 1040 Ridge Road,
Okay.
so at the Center for Visual and Performing Arts. And we will be, when you come for the festival, we'll be downstairs, upstairs, outside. We're going to be all over the
See
place.
humans everywhere.
Yes, there are going to be people all over the place. We're excited. We're also going to be doing some make and take things where you can come in and do some slap graffiti. We're going to try our hand at that. We're going to be doing some paper journals, paper bag journals. We'll have sidewalk chalk and music. And then we're going to do some wheel throwing. We're going to do a demo outside where people can watch one of our potters throw clay outside on the potter's
Oh,
wheel.
that's fun. And you know, you've got so many course listings. Is that because you already have your instructors and your teachers sewn up and it's the same group that's been there for decades and decades? Or no, sometimes you're also looking for new instructors if people are interested and they have the credentials. that's something that they should reach out to you as well.
Absolutely, always. We're always looking for people. I mean, we've got a great core group of lovely people that are incredibly talented, and we're so incredibly blessed by that. But bringing new people in will help take the load off. So if we get so busy and we need to kind of spread things out, it takes some of the pressure off of some people and gives other people an opportunity to come in. But we're always bringing fresh faces in with different skill sets, and those people we're also inviting to be part of our Family Art Fest.
Good. And that's that commercial break again. So we need a phone number to contact.
Sure.
And for where they can do their homework online and find out more.
If you go to www.southshorearts online, you can register for classes. Our office number is 219-836-1839. My extension is 107, so give me a call and I would gladly help you register for classes.
We would be remiss if we didn't give a nod to one of our favorite instructors, and we're partial because of our theater landscape, right? Luke, who is this? Someone that you help out with a lot.
Yes, Neva Hutchinson. She's a very well-accomplished director, playwright from the San Francisco Bay Area who is now transplanted over here to Munster, and she teaches some wonderful classes for kids and adults alike. She has a class, as Jill mentioned, coming up on July 13th, a wonderful opportunity for children to participate in a play, have a role, and really gain some
So these are theater classes we want to make sure we mention.
Right.
Utilizing that landscape that is our stage area, our green space, and our acting spaces. And then at the end, there is the finale of taking bows on a professional theater stage where the red curtain goes up. I thought I even heard the voices and likenesses of Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang a week or so ago on that stage. Was that right?
Yep, exactly. Charlie Brown, and also creating these masks as well, so you get multiple folds in there as well.
Yeah, tell us about what's on display in front of us, the masks for the folks that do have the added advantage of viewing. What do we have here in front of us?
So some of the kids in the play that we just had online with Miss Neva last week, where they performed the Charlie Brown, they made a commercial and they actually got to wear the mask. So the kids in the class created the mask. These are just a few of the ones that did not get picked up as of yet. But they got to create a commercial. They did the skit. They did the play. Parents got to come and watch your performance. It was incredible. They did such a good job. They had so many lines.
I was going to say, I was watching too. It was fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
And again, we're always looking for new ideas. One of the ideas we tossed out, maybe it's not just for our youth, maybe acting classes for adults. We need to hear from you. Jill needs to hear from you. What are things that you would like to see for that programming? They'll take it serious. They'll listen. If they make their quota what they need student-wise, then it's a green light, right?
Absolutely.
And of course, if they have a qualified instructor who can teach that course. Gosh, we've covered a lot in this time. Anything else as we wrap up here? And this does mean we have to have you back again. Certainly. Your predecessors have always been on here. Bridget has been on here a number of times here in Shaw. We've had Kara Schmidt has been on here a number of times. So, Brandon, we cannot quite convinced yet.
Although Luke says he's maybe open.
He's interested.
Okay, good. So we are going to continue to. We got to talk to his agent. But in the meantime, Jill, any other things you would like to use this time as we start to wrap up?
I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity to come online and share with you all of our classes and all of our offerings, and really just understanding that we are an art center within the community, and we offer so much more than what's behind the big building. I mean, come inside and check it out. There's really something for everyone. Every quarter we do classes. So we do a class in the spring. We do spring, summer, winter, and fall. We'll be doing our fall classes, and those will be rolled out the 1st of August with a new listing lineup of different classes for adults and kids alike. We try to be very mindful when planning our kids' classes during the school year to be aware of after-school activities and homework and things like that. But we are going to bring some really fun things to the table, and we hope to have more people participate.
Absolutely. It's a not-for-profit that, again, gives back to the community. It has so many wonderful sponsors, underwriters, that we could go on and on that as we would list so many of the folks that make South Shore Arts possible. Previously, branded and billed as Northern Indiana Arts Association. So we're going on half a decade here. They've got things figured out with these classes and how they work, and everything goes so smoothly, and that's a nod to you, Jill, for coordinating what is a massive task, and you do it and make it seem effortlessly.
Thank you.
So thank you, and please come back again.
I appreciate it.
All right, and thank you to our coach, Tony Panek.
Pleasure to be here, and happy birthday, America.
That's right, as we had the big 250 Luke Miller.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Phil.
And also our producer, Adrian. And we wish all of you, whenever you're hearing this, safe holidays, that it would be as our 4th of July weekend approaches. If you're hearing it afterwards, a safe summer, as we're here with you each week to bring you everything you want to make sure you mark on the calendar. I'm your host, Phil Potempa, wishing you well wherever your path might take you, be it morning, afternoon, or evening.